Eala raring for first pro game at home as historic Philippine Women's Open fires off. Manila, Philippines, Manny Pacquiao, Robert Jaworski Sr., Hidalyn Diaz, Carlos Yulo and Alex Eala. Among the few, those 5 athletes headlined the gigantic, majestic mural castle in front of the new-look Rizal Memorial Tennis Center starring the young Filipina tennis sensation as the country rolls out the red carpet for the historic WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open main draw before an expected full-capacity crowd Monday at the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. With her portrait already etched alongside Philippine sports' Mt. Rushmore of greats at only 20 years of age, Eala, with an entire nation behind her, will try to write her own legend against Russian Elena Kharieva in round 1 of the 32-player main draw. Eala, the first top 50 Filipina player ever at WTA number 49, plunges to action as the number 2 seed against WTA number 163 Kharieva in the main event at center court of the 8-match opener projected to get going at 7 p.m. Kharieva, 23, beat Eala in a lone encounter back in their ITF days in Spain in 2020, 6-3, 6-3, eyeing to score a mastery at the expense of the Filipina sensation's massive home court edge. But despite the pressure, responsibility and challenge of epic proportions to win at home, Eala will march into the duel with the same mindset like she's duking it out in any city stop the WTA tour around the world. Yes, I have met her. She's a very nice person and a great player. So, I'm just going to go and I've done everything I can to do the best of my ability to prepare. So I'm going to go and do my best, vowed Eala, seated second in the star-studded draw led by German legend Tatjana Maria, WTA number 42, after practicing a new Sunday in front of a big crowd. Although this is at home, my mindset in that sense is no different. I take it match by match. I'll do everything I can to win my first one. But if not, it is what it is. That's really tennis. I mean, you can't win all the time. Winning, after all, is only a bonus as Eala already fulfilled the ultimate goal of introducing tennis to the Philippine audience, with hopes of transforming it from a slept-on sport to a staple one here, 8 years since her last game at home. Eala, then only 12 years old, left the country in 2018 after winning the FINMA-PSC International Junior Tennis Championships to study and train as a scholar at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Spain. Now, she comes home with the country's first WTA hosting for her first home tournament since turning pro. And she will not be alone marching into the battle pit, with 3 more Filipinas as the far bigger accomplishment than just playing and winning a trailblazing tournament. Tenny Mighties, the country's second-ranked player, goes up against Tai Manankaya Sawanki, WTA number 197. UAP MVP K and Emina of University of Santo Tomas faces Russia's Tatiana Prozorova, WTA number 173, while National University's Elizabeth Abarque clashes with Japan's Mai Hantama, WTA number 244. Before, when I was a junior, there were no tournaments at home like this. Fortunately, they're now exposed to this level and competition. The WTA brings a different vibe because of the professionalism, the experience and the type of players around, specifically in this class, said Eala. I think it's filled with very good players and experienced players. Thinking back to when I was a junior and I was able to have this tournament at the time, I was so eager and motivated, so I think it would just be a great experience for everyone. From world-class competition to a venue of international standards and all-time high interest in an unpopular sport, it's the legacy Eala wants to build on, not just to leave behind this early in a noble mission for Philippine tennis that's just getting started. And that's regardless of a victory or defeat at the first ever WTA hosting and her first ever pro home game here. I feel very flattered, especially being alongside so many great names. It's hard to grasp, especially the mural out there, so I think that's a first for me. I think that's a first mural for me. It's a new experience, it's a new emotion. She beamed on the now tourist site mural that will welcome thousands of Filipino fans starting Monday. But it's hard to think about legacy and what legacy I want to leave because I'm only 20. I have a lot of years ahead of me. And I have so much to learn. I just do the best I can and hope that I can inspire people in a positive way. I do my best to carry myself with grace and with humility. Thinking about legacy is something I haven't really touched on yet, but I like to think that what I do and the success that I've had recently has been a contributor to Philippine tennis, the history and the future of the sport here. Home at last, Eala roaring at the Philippine Women's Open. There are moments in sport that feel bigger than competition, moments that are about history, identity, collective breath held, and a whole nation's heartbeat synchronized with every serve and rally. For Eala, that moment has arrived. On the eve of the historic 2026 Philippine Women's Open, the air at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in Manila seemed to crackle with electricity, almost as if the venue itself sensed something monumental was unfolding. Manila's iconic tennis courts, recently refurbished and ready to host the first-ever WTA 125 tournament in the Philippines, are now set to witness not just matches, but the beginning of a new chapter in Philippine tennis, with Eala at its center. A national emblem, not just an athlete. At only 20 years old, Alex isn't just another competitor, she has become a living emblem of Filipino sporting pride. Her portrait, alongside legends like Manny Pacquiao and Hidilyn Diaz, now graces a massive mural greeting fans at the venue, a visual reminder that this is no ordinary day in Philippine sports. Eala's journey to this point reads like a narrative script crafted by destiny's own hand. A junior sensation, she left home at 12 to chase excellence at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Spain. She shattered barriers to become the first Filipina in the WTA Top 50, reaching a career-high ranking of number 49, a feat unheard of in Philippine tennis history. Along the way, she became the first Filipino in the Open era to win a main draw Grand Slam match, with a stirring comeback victory at the US Open that sent shockwaves of pride through Filipino hearts around the globe. Now, perhaps the greatest moment of all is upon her, not on distant courts where most of her career has unfolded, but at home. More than just a match. Monday night in Manila was not just another fixture. The Philippine Women's Open, a WTA 125 event, first of its kind in the country, officially fires off with Eala as one of its marquee attractions. As the number 2 seed, she would open her campaign against Russian Elena Kharieva, world number 163, in the first round of the 32-player main draw. It's a matchup that carries personal echoes. Kharieva defeated Eala once before during their junior days. But this is no junior match. This is a homecoming. And this time, the crowd, the fervent Filipino supporters filling every seat, will be part of the story. Standing on center court, a focused yet calm Eala said she would approach the match like any other on the global tour, match by match, shot by shot, without letting the weight of expectation cloud her mindset.